today is the 13th meeting of English morphology. First of all, we have to know the definition of clitics. Let's see together. A clitics is an independent syntactic constituent. Artinya konstituen yang bebas, tidak terikat. Which shows up phonologically. Seharusnya ada juga morphologically and phonologically as part of the right word. Tetapi menunjukkan secara fonologi, pengucapan maupun morfologi secara katanya bagian dari sebuah kata itu menurut si Merens. And the next, clitic is a unit which is unit yang a distinct word for syntax, yang berbeda dalam sebuah kalimat. Syntax ini kalimat, but a mere morpheme for morphology and phonology. Tapi ini lebih cenderung diidentifikasi sebagai morpheme dalam konteks morfologi dan phonology. For example, your constant clitic ray. Okay, the word where clitics attach is called host. Your EU here is host. RE here, apostrophe RE here is clitic. Okay. Clitic may be written as separate words. Clitic bisa saja ditulis secara terpisah. But sometimes they are joined to the word they depend on. Tapi terkadang mereka gabung, menyatu dengan kata yang mereka ikuti, depend on, or separated by special characters, atau terpisah karena karakter khusus, contohnya hyphens, tanda penghubung, atau apostrophe, tanda koma di atas. For example, apostrophe s, it's. Actually, the basic for it is it has or it is. It here host. Apostrophe s here clitic. Okay. Okay. There are two types of clitics, proclitics and enclitics. What is proclitics? Clitics before its host. Okay. Clitics that are attached to the beginning of the word. In French, we can see the example this. S apostrophe S. This is clitics. Theme. This is clitics. T and apostrophe. But in English, we see the separate word. Ini ada kata yang terpisah. A, an, and the or the. The book, a book. This is clitic. If it is noun, for example, a book, clitic is following to the host. The status of clitic is following to the host. Statusnya ngikuti host. Book, noun. So, clitics and host becomes one entity, noun. For example, adjective, a soon, a soon. Apa ya, cepat. Okay. Enclitics. Clitics after its host. You, host. Apostrophe re. Clitics. You are. Actually, it is you are. Your. I, host. Apostrophe double L. Clitics. Actually, it is you will. Sorry, this is mistype. Can't, can, host. Apostrophe T. Clitics. Cannot. Okay. So proclitics at the beginning of the words or before its host, and clitics after its host. Okay, or in the end of the word or in the following word. We can find many clitics in auxiliary verbs. See the auxiliary verbs and their clitics is the clitics apostrophe S, R the clitics apostrophe re, M the clitics apostrophe M, and the rest, and etc. Okay. What about genitive? This is actually topic in grammar, but I think it is quite important to discuss here because genitive and clitics is quite similar, but in different contexts. Genitive in grammar, clitics in morphology, and genitive is specifically included into possession. We can see the definition of genitive. The grammatical case, see grammatical, that marks a work, usually a noun, sometimes a verb in Old and Middle English. So this is generally happen in a noun. It is also happening in adverb, but we have to keep in mind, we have to remember, it is very restricted in Old and Middle English. What is the function for genitive? To modify another word, okay, to indicate there is relationship one noun to another noun. For example, the car of Ibrahim. This is the basic word or sentence. Then we modify to another word, Ibrahim's car. What else? The company of Junior, Junior's company. This is the function apostrophe S and apostrophe S for genitive, for possessive. But this is also a clitics. Actually, we can say Ibrahim has car, Ibrahim's car. Junior has company, Junior's company. Students versus students. Students here, this is refers to something. For example, his students, student's book. For example, student's book. When the teacher say, whose book is this? Maybe the another teacher will reply, students. It means it is a student's book. But it is simply to say students. Different with students. This is plurality, plural. There is no any apostrophe, there is no clitic, there is no genitive. Children's. Children's is plural. But maybe when in the community someone say children's by adding s at the end of the plural children, it means the word children's referring to someone. Maybe children's of someone. For example, we say John has 5 children. Children's here means children, something that are children's here means everything belong to children. For example, children's car, children book. This is just like student, but this is plural, this is maybe singular. Okay, whose book is it? For example, a teacher find a book on the table left by the student in the classroom, and the security guard maybe reply, it is children's. It means it is children's book. Gregory's and Gregory's. Gregory's here refer to the maybe church. For example, Gregory's Gregory's church of Gregory. But it is enough to say Gregory's or Mary's, Saint Mary's. Actually, it is the Church of Mary's or Saint Mary's Church, but it is enough to say Gregory's by using apostrophe S.